The city of Blackridge never truly slept. Neon lights flickered above the wet streets while distant sirens echoed through dark alleys. Among the shadows lived a man whose name frightened even the most powerful criminals. His name was Armand Vale, the greatest thief the city had ever known. Armand was famous for stealing things that others believed were impossible to take. No lock could stop him, and no security system could trap him. For years he had robbed banks, casinos, and secret vaults without ever being caught. Tonight he planned his last and most dangerous heist. His target was a legendary diamond called the Eye of Eternity. The diamond was kept inside the Blackridge National Museum under the strongest security ever created. Guards watched it day and night while lasers protected every inch of the vault. Many criminals had dreamed of stealing it, but none had even come close. Near midnight, Armand climbed onto the roof of the museum as rain poured from the sky. He quietly cut open a vent and slipped inside like a shadow. His movements were smooth and silent as he avoided cameras and disabled alarms. Every step of the plan worked perfectly. As he walked through a dark hallway, something strange caught his attention. On a metal wall, someone had written 2 words, "Welcome back." Armand stopped and stared at the message with confusion. He had never been inside this museum before. Shaking off the strange feeling, Armand continued moving toward the vault. Soon he reached a massive steel door that protected the diamond. It had fingerprint scanners, retina detectors, and thermal sensors. For anyone else, it would have been impossible to open. Armand simply smiled and placed a small device on the lock. Within seconds, the machine cracked the system and the heavy door slowly opened. Inside the vault, a bright light shined on the beautiful blue diamond. The Eye of Eternity sparkled like a frozen star. Armand stepped forward and picked up the diamond carefully. The gem felt strangely warm in his hand as he examined it. Suddenly, the lights in the vault turned on, and alarms began to echo loudly. A voice shouted from behind him, "Don't move." Armand turned slowly and saw Inspector Rowan standing at the entrance with several officers. Instead of looking angry, Rowan looked calm and almost amused. Armand sighed and raised his hands slightly. "Well," he said, "that was faster than I expected." Rowan walked closer and studied him carefully. "We've been waiting for you," the inspector said quietly. Instead of arresting him immediately, Rowan pressed a button on a small remote. Suddenly, screens appeared all around the vault walls. The screens showed hundreds of videos of Armand committing different robberies. Some videos looked very old, showing him years younger. Armand stared at them in shock and confusion. "What is this supposed to mean?" he asked. Rowan looked at him seriously and spoke slowly. "You really don't remember anything, do you?" Armand frowned, feeling a strange headache building in his mind. Rowan pointed toward the diamond in Armand's hand. 10 years ago," Rowan explained, "you were not a thief at all. You were Dr. Armand Vale, the greatest security engineer in the world." Armand shook his head, refusing to believe it. The idea sounded impossible to him. Rowan continued explaining the shocking truth. Armand had once designed the most advanced vault systems on the planet. Governments and banks trusted him to build security that no thief could ever break. But eventually Armand became obsessed with proving his systems were perfect. To test them, he created an unbelievable plan. He erased his own memories and trained himself to become a master thief. Then he began breaking into the very vaults he had designed. Each successful robbery proved that even his best systems had weaknesses. Armin felt his mind spinning as the truth slowly reached him. He looked again at the diamond and noticed a tiny chip hidden inside it. Rowan nodded when he saw Armin staring at it. "That chip contains your real memories," Rowan said quietly. With shaking hands, Armin placed the chip into a small port inside his glove. Suddenly, thousands of memories rushed back into his mind like a storm. He remembered the laboratories, the experiments, and the plan he had created years ago. When the memories settled, Armin slowly smiled. He gently placed the diamond back on its pedestal and looked at Rowan calmly. "So the final test is complete," he said. Rowan crossed his arms and asked one final question. "And what did you prove?" Armin turned toward the dark hallway outside the vault. With a small grin, he answered that no security system is perfect, not even the one inside your own mind. Before anyone could react, the lights suddenly went out. When they turned back on seconds later, Armin Vale had disappeared once again.